useless woman. You like Castlevania, don't you?
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world! Your words are as empty as your soul.
Blackout!
No mercy!
Mercy! Mercy!
You idiot!
Oh my god!
I'm gonna
Make you all the pasta you could ever want! What? How did you avoid my trap?
When Mandus dove into my mind, I was able to see where the mines were placed.
This is your final and most dangerous challenge. Behold!
Magic missile!
Hey, paisanos, it's the show!
Hey, paisanos! It's the Super Brothers Super Soup!
With the Mario Brothers and plumbing's a game.
Okay, that's it. You suck at this game.
Yes, I think that can be applied at any time, but now that that's been a thing, and that apparently there's noise going on outside for some reason, I think it's time for this to be a thing once again. I wonder if the settings will still work. I guess they will. Okay, did I change the controls for this at all? I don't think I did. Alright. But yes, it's time to slice people up a little more. And I guess we can pretend we're in Undertale as we do it, but I also need to realize that apparently, even though I'm trying to access the freaking Notepad++ icon in my taskbar, it's not really responding. It does that sometimes, and I can't really tell you why. But now it's open, because I need this to see all the stuff that I can't see otherwise, and that I kinda need, such as the specifications for the motion control parts. And by the looks of it, though, well, there was one that I thought I was gonna need in the last operation I did, which was that one. Yes, thank you for that. But apparently it's not gonna come up yet, no. Now what I have right now instead is appendicitis time.
Hey, you there.
So it's time to see what happens when you have a useless organ, or marginally useless or useful organ.
Who? Me?
Marginally useful organ, and that leads to its inevitable conclusion.
Well, yes.
Could you please take a look at my son? He's been complaining of terrible stomach pain.
You brought him here? We don't accept emergencies or walk-ins.
So yeah, by the way, this is where you know that this game actually is set in the United States and not just localized to sound like it is.
I heard this hospital is famous, and it's so big. There must be someone who can help.
Well, there's no point arguing about it. I'll take a look at him. What's your son's name?
Oliver. Oliver McHale.
You wouldn't believe the patient I'm dealing with. He's throwing a fit because his operation isn't expensive enough.
And just by the fact that he's paying for it, that's how you know.
Are you serious?
Yeah, his friend just had a hernia operation that cost $40,000, and he doesn't want to be outdone. He's 11 years old and filling the role of a trust fund brat perfectly. I guess it wasn't enough for him that his father pulled some strings to get him into this place. He's the son of some big shot, and neither of his parents have the time to bring him here.
So how much are we charging him?
About $30,000. The operation will be performed in a deluxe suite. Not bad for a case of appendicitis, huh?
I guess.
Appendicitis? What a coincidence. I'm seeing a boy with the same condition. Excuse me, Dr. Blaylock?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Actually don't know what the healthcare situation is in Japan, but I saw a black person, and that's enough for me to believe that
Yes, Elena?
that's not where this is.
I have a message from accounting. They say to transport your new patient somewhere else. It seems the family can't afford the treatment.
That, and you know, the fact that you gotta pay for this.
Since Caduceus isn't normally open to the public, they don't know how to deal with situations like this.
How much is it going to cost?
Well, the family doesn't have health insurance, so at least $10,000.
But transporting him now will put his life at risk.
Unfortunately, money talks, even when it comes to healthcare.
What do you think? Should I have him transferred?
That's a tough decision.
Oh boy.
Marcus, have you given your patient his bill yet?
No, why?
Do you mind if I handle it?
So let's be shrewd.
Chandler, I mean, Mr. Forbes.
Mr. Forbes, who is actually
About your hospital bill. The total will be $30,000.
this person.
I told you, that's not enough. I can't lose to someone like Jimmy. His dad's just the president of some little company. I want a premium upgrade. Bring in like 10 doctors.
I'm afraid we can't do that. But there might be something else we can do. If you'd like to make a donation, we can increase your bill. How does $10,000 sound?
That's it? Well, how much would the total be?
That would bring it up to $40,000.
But that's the same as Jimmy's. That's still not high enough. I'm way richer than he is.
Well, we could add 2,000 more and make it 42,000.
Okay, where do the extra 2,000 go though?
42,000. Well, I guess that's okay. My daddy gives me whatever Oh! Ow! My tummy hurts. Hurry up and fix it!
We have the best room reserved for you, so let's get started.
Well then, the donation will be transferred from the hospital to the Oliver McHale Fund.
Alright.
Elena, prep for surgery. We've got 2 appendixes to remove.
Is he the one who's actually gonna confirm that though? Because I don't know if that's not the case. If they can actually get the money through, but I guess we're going to ignore that because it's gonna work regardless.
Pretty sneaky, Val. To be honest, I'm impressed.
Yep, it's 2 people with appendicitis. 2 kids,
It
actually.
still counts as a donation, so it's not going to cause us any problems, right?
It'll be fine. It's in both their best interests anyway, so it all works out.
Well, let's begin the conference. The first patient, Chandler, has acute appendicitis. It appears to be in its early stages, so the operation should be fairly routine. However, the second patient, Oliver, seems to have the same condition, but in an advanced state. It looks like he's been trying to hide his symptoms.
Of course, a white man gets the deluxe treatment.
But he's only a child.
We understand the situation. This is going to be 2 operations back to back, so let's be quick.
Well, apparently Oliver is the other kid who
We're going to save them both, of course. Let's get started.
initially couldn't pay for the treatment.
This boy's condition is relatively mild, isn't it?
Apparently Jim is another rich kid.
It's still too late to treat it with antibiotics. It would be best to perform an appendectomy.
I don't know. How early do you need to detect that and deem it grave enough that you need to treat it with antibiotics though, and you're able to do it that way?
All right. Please begin the procedure.
So let's take a look inside.
Please prepare to extract the appendix. First, inject the sedative.
Alright, there it is.
Next, we'll be cutting into the mesoappendix. Use the scalpel to make an incision. Next, we'll tie 2 wires around the appendix. However, they must be tied in the appropriate places.
Right there.
One goes around the base of the organ. Look at where the wire needs to be. Then slide it down while pressing the A
I'm
button.
pretty sure it doesn't actually have to be a down, it can be in any direction.
Now for the base.
I didn't actually use a tool,
Both parts
but
of the
I guess you need
appendix
to
have been
select
tied.
the forceps to be able to see the icon for it.
Make an incision between the 2 wires and remove the appendix from the cecum. Now that the appendix has been severed, please place it on the tray. The appendix has
easy.
been successfully removed. Now, treat the excision area with a membrane. Affix the membrane. Looks like our first operation was a success.
So that took like less than a minute. Just just like in real life.
Close him up.
Well, that's the rich kid out of the way. Oh, the other one,
That went smoothly.
Let's move on to our next patient.
Doctor, we have a problem. Oliver's condition has worsened.
What?
What's his condition?
He complained of severe pain and then went into shock.
Don't tell me. His appendix has burst.
We'll find out when we open him up. We have to hurry and get in there.
Well, first we should probably raise the vitals a little, so let's see how the other kid is doing. Yeah, he's not doing so good.
The pus is causing inflammation.
It's peritonitis.
Treat the inflammation and drain the pus. The appendix needs to be removed as well. Begin with the sedative.
Alright, I think we need to get rid of the appendix first, ideally. The glowing red appendix. So that this stuff just doesn't keep coming.
It's bad. The appendix is festering.
Nope. Damn it, why are you doing this now? Is there something that needs to be removed? I don't think this ever happened to me before with this.
Please hurry up and extract the appendix. It's secreting pus.
Well, I would, but apparently I can't right now. Let me get rid of some of these things. Okay. Come on. Okay, that worked. And all the pus came out when it gets severed.
The appendix has been extracted, so you shouldn't have to worry about any more. The synthetic membrane has been affixed. Let's treat the remaining wounds.
Apparently the pus keeps coming somehow, though. So let's take care of this. Magical blue fluid that cures all inflammations. Instantly. Oh boy. Oh, I bet it would. Has anyone suggested...
The appendectomy is complete and the peritonitis has been treated. Let's close him up.
Suggested he use life and death instead for
This boy is
MS-DOS.
very lucky. If he'd waited any longer for surgery, he may not have pulled through.
Because, you know, that one's still a video game, but at least it doesn't have magical green gel or all-purpose membranes.
Well, let's close him up.
Or this, you know, stuff that you pump into the patient to heal them.
Rich or poor, we're all the same under the knife. Never thought such a simple operation could put me on edge like this.
Yeah,
I think we've all learned something from this operation.
Like what? The white man's putting people down?
Thank you so much, Doctor. You saved my son's life, but I thought that this hospital didn't treat normal patients.
Well, it was an emergency, so this was a special case. Thankfully, an anonymous donor paid for your treatment fees.
I can't believe how fortunate we are. That donor must be an angel.
Yes, well, please see to getting your son health insurance so he can get the medical help he needs.
Okay, I will.
You're welcome. Take care now.
It's alright.
You're very good with children, Dr. Blaylock.
Thanks. I did some volunteer work at an orphanage. How about you, Marcus? Who are the lucky beneficiaries of your time?
Well,
I didn't do any volunteer work.
Really? I thought that was a requirement for all doctors.
is it? Well, I mean, I guess you gotta do like social service to get a lot of certifications, academic certifications, but I don't know. I don't think volunteer work is like a mandatory thing to fulfill that. Well, at any rate, let's see what else there
He's
is.
so self-centered. Drives me crazy.
Well, Stigma hasn't shown up for a while.
I haven't heard from him in I don't know how long, and now he's telling me to come to Philadelphia. He's got some nerve. It's like he thinks we're still dating.
That's just his personality. It can't be helped.
Oh boy.
Besides, you already said yes, right? You're not on call, so why not? Think of it as a little vacation. A chance to reminisce about your college days.
How stupid of me. When I heard that he'd found a new type of parasite, I agreed to go without thinking.
Type of parasite.
That reminds me. How are things between you and Ray?
Oh boy.
It ended when he went back home.
Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up.
Oh, it's all right. If you're so worried about this trip, then why don't you bring Dr. Vaughn along? He has some time off too, doesn't he?
I don't know if that would be such a good idea. I'm sure he wants to get some rest.
I think he'd be interested in going. It sounds like a fascinating discovery.
You think so?
Thanks, but I'll pass. Philadelphia's too far. It'd be a waste of my vacation. Besides, Robert finished his report on stigma, and I'd like to review it.
Oh, come on, don't be that way. This information will be useful for you.
If it was that important, Caduceus would be all over it. A parasite isn't going to help us understand stigma any better. I have no interest in a new variety of hookworm.
Well, is it the kind of hookworm that burrows into 4 organs in succession?
You're going to drive all the way to Philadelphia?
That's the plan.
Well then.
That sounds like fun. I haven't been on a road trip in a long time.
Isn't Philadelphia like closer to like the midpoint between the east and the west?
Really? Then would you like to come along?
Are you sure it's okay?
Of course, the more the merrier. I'll tell Denny it's a field trip for Caduceus Special Disease Counteraction Team.
Actually, wait a minute. I'm thinking of... No, actually, no. I was thinking of somewhere else.
Hey, I didn't say I was going.
What are you talking about? This is a team effort. I won't take no for an answer. We're all going to Philadelphia this weekend.
Well... I guess they are. Actually, where is Philadelphia? Hang on. Oh, it is in Pennsylvania. I was thinking of Pennsylvania, though. I thought it was not there. Oh no, never mind. Pennsylvania is not in the midpoint at all. My bad. I don't know where things are.
That was an interesting operation, wasn't it?
I suppose. It would have been a lot more interesting, though, if the operation hadn't been performed on a dog.
Well...
Oh, don't be so cranky, Marcus. How was I supposed to know that Denny decided to become a veterinarian? He tried to be a nice host, right? Even if he didn't exactly succeed.
Oh boy.
Look at that guy. He's driving like a maniac. I hope he gets pulled over.
Yeah, well, when someone drives like that, that's when you say that guy's going to die.
Well, I thought it was worth the trip.
And you say it very unapologetically.
Really? Me too. I'm sure what we learned will come in handy someday.
Yeah, like if we ever have to save a celebrity's pampered pooch. I never should have let you talk me into this.
Well, that's something to remember, actually.
All right, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking straight. I mean, how would you feel if your college ex called you out of nowhere?
I totally understand. Just ignore him, Dr. Blaylock. Hey, what's with that police car?
There's been an accident. Stop the car.
Today's just not my day.
Well, I question how they're probably able to have freaking surgical instruments just in the car, but...
It's worse than I thought. Someone was thrown from the car.
It seems he was the only one inside.
He's breathing, but he's unconscious. The wounds on his chest are pretty bad. He's not looking so great.
I brought a set of instruments. Let's get ready.
We're going to operate here?
We'll just perform first aid. He may be suffering from damage to his internal organs.
Well, this has turned out to be one hell of a road trip.
Alright.
We need to provide first aid.
You say first aid, but we're pretty much gonna take care of it like we would
He
normally.
appears to have sustained serious blunt trauma to the chest.
We need to treat these external wounds first.
Yep, it wouldn't be the first time we've seen it in these games. So let's take care of the giant shard of glass and then...
We've treated his external wounds, but his vitals aren't stabilizing. There's probably some internal bleeding. Please open him up.
So let's see what this has here inside him. More glass.
This doesn't look good.
Please, use the antibiotic gel before the hemorrhaging worsens.
Please, do this in this perfectly sterile environment?
Let's treat the other wounds now.
Well, it's obviously gonna be more above and below, but just act like we believe that right now.
Stabilizing. We must have missed something. We'll have to use the magnification tool.
Okay, we go. Let's hold the small hemorrhages first.
We've treated all the wounds, but his vitals still haven't stabilized. Doctor, something's wrong.
Oh boy.
Keep looking.
I think I was right to... Yep.
Doctor,
there's
the shadow has disappeared.
subcutaneous
There
hemorrhaging.
may be other pockets of blood.
That is
Keep
never a
searching.
fun thing to deal with. Okay, please. What's going on up there? Oh shit, there's more. Hello?
Another blood pool has
Damn it.
formed. Please drain it.
Well, I'm trying, but there's only so much I can do really before. Time takes over. Alright. Have any more shadows? Not that I can see right now. Oh, there's one.
Finally, his vitals are stabilizing.
Okay, let's close him up.
See, I don't really know how you... Apparently the little bits of glass you find inside him stay inside him even after you close up his outer wounds, but...
If we hadn't decided to operate, he never would have made it. Well done, you guys.
Well, apparently that was supposed to be like a first aid thing,
I'm
but...
done transferring him.
Well, we at least accomplished
The game
something
that's the last
worthwhile,
game in the
Mr.
series after this one clearly differentiates first aid from everything else.
Yeah, he's one lucky guy. How many officers can say they've received roadside surgery?
Officers. I guess he was a cop, I don't know. Oh boy. It's now time for yet another proof that we're in the old USFA.
You wanted to see us?
Yes. I have a favor to ask of you two. Please, have a seat.
Actually, wait a moment. Let me see if I can get something else ready before I show this next thing. Here we go.
I don't like where this is headed.
Would you mind watching this video?
Welcome to the Jim Baker Show. We're your hosts, Jim and Lori.
In these times of skyrocketing
All right.
medical costs, there remains a ray of hope for those in need.
So yeah, this is happening.
Only one doctor provides life-saving surgery free of charge. This is Wish Come True Miracle Surgery. We're back again tonight to continue our surprising medical documentary. Welcome to Wish Come True Miracle Surgery. I'm your host, Guy Davidson. Tonight, we have a heart-wrenching story for you. Now, let's bring in our hospital's director, Dr. Leonardo Bello.
Hello, everyone, and good evening. My question for you tonight is, are you living healthy lives?
Thanks for being with us, Leo. Let me compliment you on your work last week.
Oops.
Thanks, Guy. But it's the patient who's the true hero. I'm pleased to report that Mr. Ellis is well on the road to recovery.
I've heard of this show. It's on primetime TV, right?
Apparently.
Yes. They agree to cover all the medical bills, and in return, they broadcast the entire procedure. Ethically, I have some concerns about the show, but I hear it's rather popular.
Seems like a complete farce to me. So what does this have to do with us?
Keep watching. You'll see.
By the way, Leo, you seemed a bit angry when you arrived at the studio today.
Actually, I was. Allow me to tell you why. As our viewers know, this program has brought to light many serious issues with our healthcare system. But I recently learned something even more disturbing. $300 million of our country's annual budget goes to Caduceus. Personally, that disgusts me. What's wrong with our medical administration? Where's the money going? I haven't heard any reports that would justify such an outrageous budget. Research only gets us so far. What about the thousands of patients who aren't receiving medical care?
Well, you know, I hear Trump's gonna take care of them.
The future of this country's healthcare looks gloomy indeed.
I suspect the members of that organization are growing rich while the taxpayers are footing the bill. I doubt they're courageous enough to operate under the scrutiny of the public eye.
You said it, Leo. Please stay tuned. We'll introduce today's patient following the commercial break. Say goodbye to your medical worries and hello to Miracle Surgery.
Alright.
What was that all about? They don't have the slightest clue what we do here.
Have you turned on the TV in the past 20 years?
They've publicly tarnished our reputation. Obviously, their claims are completely unfounded.
Let them say what they want. They'll eat their words eventually.
I agree, but the higher-ups are outraged about it. We received orders from the Secretary of Health and Welfare to crush them.
To crush them?
Crush them?
Yes. They want someone to make an appearance on the show.
That's why you wanted to see us?
So you actually agreed to it?
We had no choice. Besides, someone has to do it. We can't just pretend like it never happened.
I can't believe that you two will be appearing on Miracle Surgery.
Well, I wouldn't bet on it. One of the conditions is that if we win, they take the show off the air.
Well,
that's a pity. With your skills, I highly doubt you'll lose.
I'm a little more skeptical. My, isn't that a little cold, Dr. Tsuji? Oh, don't get me wrong. I'll be rooting for you both. But with Leonardo Bello as your opponent, it won't be an easy victory.
You know him?
Yes. He was well known at the medical school I attended. It may seem like he's all talk, but he's a skilled doctor.
Well, let's see how it goes in this general receptor location. How would I should have played this again?
In these times of skyrocketing medical costs, there remains a ray of hope for those in need. Only one doctor provides life-saving surgery free of charge. This is Wish Come True Miracle Surgery. Good evening, folks. I'm your host, Guy Davidson. I'm sure you've all seen the previews for tonight's show. So, let me introduce our surprise guests. From Caduceus, one of our country's best-funded medical institutions. Please welcome Dr. Vaughn and Dr. Blaylock.
Good evening. It's nice to be here.
Hey.
Let's start off with a simple question. What made you decide to appear on this show?
Unfortunately, there have been a number of rumors perpetuated by this program. So we're here to clear things up. Caduceus conducts useful research and provides unparalleled treatment.
Oh.
In fact, our research is the future of medicine.
My, you seem a bit defensive. What do you have to say in response, Dr. Bello?
It's not the future I'm concerned with, it's the present. And if my criticism will force you to improve, then it will have served its purpose. Now, let the lesson begin.
That's our Leo, a straight shooter.
That kind of reminds me of what Bill Nye says about creation, is that they think everything's good enough, so they don't want to come up with new improvements for things.
Well then, let's introduce this evening's patient.
So I guess...
Enrique Alvarez is suffering from a very troublesome tumor. And unfortunately, he also has complications with his heart and lungs. This has made operating on him difficult. And that is why he has come seeking help on this show. Mr. Alvarez, is there anything you'd like to say?
I'm incredibly grateful that this show has given me a chance to get some treatment. There were times when I got really down, but now I have hope. It's just that...
It's just what?
I'm a fan of Dr. Bello, so I was hoping he was going to operate on me.
12.
I'm sorry to hear that, Enrique. But there's no need to worry. If anything even slightly out of the ordinary happens, I'll take over. So please, let them proceed with the operation.
Really? Great. That makes me feel a lot better.
Don't worry, Mr. Alvarez. You're in good hands.
Boy.
This isn't exactly
Heart
the
and
place
lung
for it,
complications.
but let's begin the briefing.
Actually, I think I might need the specifications for the next thing. Right now. Do I have 30 and 30 in the thing? I don't have it here. But I do have it there. Alright. Alright, let's see how this goes.
Like the host said, the objective of this operation will be to extract tumors from the stomach. The patient also has arrhythmia, so we'll need to be careful.
Boy.
Got it. We'll perform this operation flawlessly.
Arrhythmia in his stomach.
It's finally begun! The miraculous, life-changing operation is upon us! Will they save the patient? Will they prove their skill and determination?
Will that guy ever shut up?
12. Guess him.
Just ignore the glitz and stay calm. Let's prove ourselves out there.
Well, let's take a look then.
The abilities of Caduceus's best and brightest will soon be laid bare for all to see. Are they skilled surgeons? Or just government-funded slackers?
Well,
we're all here to witness the truth.
Is he gonna shut up and let us operate?
Let's handle this like we always do, Val. Just concentrate on the patient.
He's right. Please begin the operation.
Here we go! Are you ready for some surgery?
So this is happening.
According to the preliminary examination...
Yes, I see them.
Oh, they're about to extract it. The tumor is being carried out on a stainless steel tray.
So this seems pretty ordinary so far, the tumors. Every step of the process of cutting them out is apparently being proclaimed. Whoops. Start the magnification thing.
His vitals aren't stabilizing.
Yeah, there we go.
There must be another tumor. Let's take a look with the magnification tool.
Hey now!
Oh boy.
Where's all this blood coming from?
It's coming from somewhere else. Let's use the magnification tool to find the source.
What's this? Looks like they found something.
Oh, come on.
They've discovered more tumors. Caduceus.
That takes care of one tumor, but there may be others.
No, there is a lot of blood around. There's usually a reason for that.
Stopping. We need to treat all the tumors.
Those are a lot of tumors. Kind of surprised that it took him this long to get surgery.
What? His white cell count has jumped.
Oh boy.
Are these tumors multiplying somewhere?
We need to re-examine the areas we've already treated.
Multiplying tumors. Well, unless they're the nerve reattaching tumors that we've seen previously.
The hemorrhaging's severe.
Shoot.
Hand me the drain, please.
What? You must be kidding me. The drain's not working.
Oh boy.
Is it broken? Hurry and get a replacement. We'll manage for the time being.
Will we though? We can't really do anything without a drain. We can keep pumping health into him.
Equipment malfunction? Get it together, Caduceus!
And that's pretty much it. So yeah.
Here's a new drain.
There we go.
The bleeding won't stop until we take care of all these tumors.
Well,
His heart's fibrillating. Stop operating.
apparently heart fibrillations are...
The patient's vitals.
The patient's undergoing cardiac arrest. I'll get the defibrillator ready and...
also affecting
It'll be faster if we do it by hand.
stuff in the stomach. So we're fibrillating... Oh wait. I guess we're actually massaging the heart, even though
Talk about heart pounding.
we're operating on the stomach.
But this surgery isn't over yet. The audience will settle for no less than the best from them.
I'd love to suture that fool's mouth shut.
Oh boy. Well, better hurry. Oh wait, also those vitals sure are going down fast. I'm kinda concerned about keeping them too high since, you know, fibrillation. Always bring them way down, regardless. I don't know how the multiplying tumors work, but I need to just deal with it. So maybe that's it.
There's no sign of any other tumors.
Let's close them up and get this circus over with.
There were some stumbles along the way, but it looks like our guests have safely finished the operation.
So that went
Just close
acceptably,
them
I
up
guess.
and we'll be done.
Let's go ahead and numbers up again. And there we go.
How well did the surgeons from Caduceus perform, everyone? I'm anxious to hear Dr. Bellows' thoughts. We'll hear from him after the break.
And well, time for a surprise.
Dr. Bellow, how did they do?
First, I'd like to congratulate Mr. Alvarez on a successful operation. But as I suspected, I should have been the one to perform the procedure.
What do you mean by that?
I would have been able to complete the operation in 3/4 the time, reducing the amount of bleeding. If this is the best they can do, then I'm rather disappointed.
What?
Guy, why don't we settle this once and for all? Let's invite 2 patients with the same condition onto the show and do their surgeries simultaneously.
I guess he didn't do that to begin with.
Then the difference in skill will be obvious.
Leo, that's a fantastic idea.
Of course, it depends on whether or not our guest surgeons are up for the challenge.
Of course we are. We accept.
Well,
We'll show you who's more talented.
You completely fell for their trap, Val.
I'm sure that this will not result in any nasty surprises.
It's been a mess here because of your rash response, Valerie.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
Aren't you being a little unfair? She didn't want to go on TV in the first place. It's not her fault this happened.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Now wait a minute. The situation is not as bad as it may seem. If they can win the competition, then we won't have anything to worry about. I have faith in them.
Why are we treating surgery like a competitive sport?
I'm sorry, Marcus, Valerie. I should have objected to this more strongly. I feel responsible for the entire situation. But now that it's come to this, I have to ask you to appear on the show one more time. I promise you, that will be the end of it.
We'll be all right. We'll finish this once and for all.
Take these artificial veins with you. The endothelialized cells are perfect for the operation. Ordinarily, they'd take a month to produce, but our technology lets us make them in 10 days.
So this is the one with the
They're made of special material which is easy to
veins.
suture with and prevents the formation of thrombi. We only recently gained approval to use them.
I understand, Robert.
one I actually have to prepare for with motion
Our patient is
controls.
suffering from an aneurysm,
I
but
already
still,
did that,
having
so.
these will be reassuring.
I'm sorry, Valerie, but this is a good opportunity to sway public opinion in our favor.
Maybe so, but I'd rather be researching stigma.
I'll be presenting a report on that in the near future, incidentally.
Well then, Valerie, Marcus, good luck to you two.
It's alright.
The time has finally come.
To
A
the
moment of
Jim
truth.
Baker Show.
For the first time on national television, not just one, but 2 operations will be broadcast live.
So I guess the guy didn't do another operation the last time.
Our very own Dr. Leonardo Bello will be competing against Team Caduceus. As we near the start of the competition, what's going through your head, Leo?
A beautiful operation is performed quickly, as I intend to demonstrate. I assure you, our viewers are in for quite a surprise.
Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss this. Now, let's check in with Team Caduceus. I must say, you look really determined today.
Filled
Our
with
only concern is
determination.
the welfare of the patient. Nothing more, nothing less.
We're calm and focused. We're concentrating on the procedure, not worrying about the competition.
It seems Team Caduceus has their eye on the ball. Anyway, I hope they'll perform an amazing operation for us. Each of today's patients suffers from aneurysms in their large intestine. This is an unprecedented opportunity to see America's best doctors live in action.
Well, this is not aneurysms in the brain.
Even though our patients are in good hands, we do have an emergency team on standby. However, I doubt they'll be needed. Well, the time has come. Teams, please prep for surgery!
Anastomosis is needed.
Well, let's
blood
begin the
vessels.
conference. This will be an operation on an aneurysm, so the basic treatment will be to excise the bulge. But according to the diagnosis, there seems to be another aneurysm lurking there too.
Yeah, well.
Let's use this opportunity to implant the synthetic vein while dealing with the aneurysms.
Got it. Are you okay, Val?
Yes, I'm fine. Concentrate, stay calm.
This amazing, unprecedented surgical showdown begins now. Who will reign supreme? You can't let your eyes miss even the slightest moment of this competition.
This guy isn't helping, is he?
So here we go.
Stay calm, everyone. Let's start the operation.
Still with the aneurysms once again. It's always fun due to the
Well, here we go. Let's all do our best.
time-based thing. That penalizes you severely if you're too slow.
I'm confirming the presence of an aneurysm. It's possible that another may form where we're not looking. Please inject the sedative into the bulge. The sedative has taken effect. Now, you please use the now suture the veins. Looks good.
I've already seen
But there
this.
are indications that another aneurysm may develop.
There are bigger ones on the way.
Continue with the operation, Doctor, but be careful. What?
Yep.
This aneurysm. It's huge. Still, the procedure to extract it will be the same as with any normal aneurysm. First, inject the sedative. The sedative won't last long since it's so big. The aneurysm has been Please take care of the bleeding.
So now it has 3 veins, so
Next,
I'm gonna
you'll
need to make a
reconnect
safe
the
state
blood
here to make
vessels
sure
using the synthetic vein.
nothing bad
Place the
happens that we
synthetic
can't
vein between
undo.
the ends of the real vein. Twist your hand to find the right angle. Doctor, connect the blood
Damn
vessel.
it.
Place the synthetic vein between the ends of. Twist your hand to find the right angle.
There we go.
Now,
Acceptable.
suture the veins to. Now suture the other end. The synthetic vein has been sutured into place.
So that's kind of annoying to deal
Treatment
with.
of the
because
large
how time-consuming
aneurysm is
it is,
now
but
complete.
Whoa! Did you see that? That was amazing, Dr. Bello.
oh boy.
There's a lot of cheering going on from that side. What's happening over there?
Must be that surprise he mentioned. Just ignore it.
Stay focused. Concentrate.
So there we
There
are.
seems to be an aneurysm outside of our
A
view.
lot of them.
Use the magnification tool and treat it.
I think some of them might explode due to time needed to treat all of this. Oh boy, like that one right
Doctor,
there. Oops.
inject the sedative
Yes, it
directly
didn't
into the
though.
bulge.
Okay, so we're not expected to let them explode this time. Let's take care of the big one first. Change its
The
when I hit.
angle isn't right.
Why?
Twist your wrist to line it up. Doctor, the synthetic vein needs to go between the ends
patient's
of the
vitals.
real vein.
Oh boy.
More blood is obscuring
Oh,
the
no.
operation. Please drain it.
You know what? Maybe I won't leave that one for. We'll do that one first after all. I feel like I need a better safety net because of this finicky motion control thing. Shit. So I don't expect to get a good score for this one.
Doctor, another aneurysm is forming. Please, hurry up and treat it.
Oh shit. Well, I don't know. I don't know how well we can expect to come out of this one,
Drain
but
the blood and treat it.
if at all, but guess we'll give it a try. Oh, goodness me. Alright.
The sedative's
Oh,
worn
shit.
off. Please inject some more.
Why? Alright, let's try this one more time. Motion controls. Alright, we only got big ones, so we're gonna go ahead and make a save state, because I don't know how well I can expect this to go. Alright, that one fits. Looks like one of the other ones might be a problem though. Alright, now for this one. Okay, that fits. And one more. This is the one I was worried about. Because I don't think that fits, and I don't think the other one, the other direction fits either. So, fuck, I thought I had this, but I think I might have to make a slight adjustment. Hang on. What if I change this to that? Oops. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? That doesn't work either. Well. So that didn't work. Hang on. Well, I'm surprised I didn't somehow note this before, but okay. Increase that one to 65. I'll try this yet again. Okay, now it works.
Vitals are stable. I think we're finished.
So that went as smoothly as it could have.
Please
surely.
close up the patient.
That was great. Aneurysms.
We're done with the operation. Great work, team.
I totally didn't screw up. It was the best way it could have gone.
Well, congratulations on a successful procedure. That was fantastic work.
Thank you. I'm glad it went smoothly.
I too am relieved that you were able to complete the operation. But you had me worried there for a while, since it was taking so long.
Well, I was going back in time to compensate.
Dr. Bello, you're already finished?
That can't be. We completed our operation so fast.
Let's take a moment to review some highlights from Dr. Bello's operation.
Such as Dr. Bello's invocation of Satan. So of course you can do that too.
He has the healing touch.
Incredible.
That's my trademark. I have the ability to block out all distractions. I wanted to serve a piece of humble pie to all those arrogant doctors out there.
Very impressive. Now, the judging is underway backstage by an independent medical panel. Who will emerge victorious from this historic battle?
We're leaving, Valerie.
But
We're in hostile territory. There's no reason for us to stick around, no matter what the results are. Let's not give them another opportunity to criticize us.
You're right, Marcus. Let's go.
The results are in.
Oh boy.
The doctor selected as America's finest is Dr. Leonardo Bello!
I question the integrity of this panel. But anyway, it's time for the actual follow-up to that whole debacle.
Elena, you forgot to sterilize operating room 3. Oh, sorry. I'll do it right away. Jeez, what's gotten into you? I know you're upset about losing the competition, but you have to get over it. You're bringing everyone down. Where are the doctors? The director asked to see them. Yikes, that doesn't sound good.
In these times of skyrocketing medical costs, there remains a ray of hope for those in need. Only one doctor provides life-saving surgery free of charge. This is Wish Come True Miracle Surgery.
How can you stand to watch that?
I'm not watching it because I want to.
Is it your penance for the fiasco?
The Secretary of Health and Welfare is furious, but that's to be expected. However, no one is blaming you two since you performed a flawless operation. I called you here for another reason. Take a look at this.
A letter?
How old-fashioned. Dear Caduceus staff, congratulations on your recent appearance on Miracle Surgery. Seeing you perform that operation on national television really inspired me. That's why I believe it's now my turn to make an appearance. Is this guy a doctor trying to promote himself? Or is this another challenge?
Keep reading. I'm afraid it's more serious than that.
What you encountered at Concordia was care, the hand. And in Maryland you received soma, the body. But now I shall reveal ops, the eye, for the entire country to witness. I assure you it will be something to behold. The miracle of modern times, stigma. He knows about stigma?
So it's time for that to come back.
It appears so. That's why I couldn't just ignore this.
Is he the one who created it? Is he the one who kidnapped Professor Wilkins?
We've contacted the producers of Miracle Surgery, but they're not taking the threat seriously.
Now, the affected area is about to be exposed.
Wait, this isn't an ulcer? What is this? I just need to use my healing touch. No! I can't keep up with it!
It's a new type of stigma. Bello can't handle this. Even with his skills, he doesn't know how to deal with it.
Let's go, Marcus. Ma'am, please contact the studio and order them to suspend the operation immediately. Elena's coming with us.
What is this focus?
Apparently that made his face change.
My healing touch. Healing touch.
Leo? Leo, are you all right?
I can't any more.
Well.
Leo! Leo! Hold yourself together. You have to finish the operation.
Step aside. We'll complete the operation.
He pushed himself too hard. I guess he doesn't know his own limit. Make sure you take good care of him.
Well, it's this music again.
The patient's already been opened up, but her vitals are stable.
Whoever wrote that letter called this stigma ops, which means eye or something, right?
I do see something that looks like an eye, but I have no idea what its function is.
Did you notice anything while Dr. Bello was operating?
There was some sort of reaction at the core, but it seemed like it needed energy. I haven't seen anything like it before.
So the key to this operation is to not activate the core.
Team Caduceus has suddenly burst into the operating room here at Miracle Surgery. Will they save face from their defeat the other day? Will they get their revenge on Dr. Bello? There's only one thing we can do. We have to pray that they can perform a miracle.
Revenge has nothing to do with this. We're here because there's a patient in need.
That's right. This is what Caduceus does.
So let's take care of this.
Now, let's save a life.
Team
It's already
Caduceus
opened
is
up,
about
so
to take over the
here we go.
operation that struck down even our own Dr. Leonardo Bello.
That stupid announcer lost his cool for a minute, but it looks like he's back to his annoying self.
This is a new strain of stigma. Please, be careful. So this is ops.
The tissue covers a wide area, but we should focus on removing the central core.
It's kind of separated from the core,
We should be able
though.
to burn it with the laser. Let's begin.
Also,
There are no problems with the drain this time. Keep it up.
gotta watch out for
The laser's working. Keep using it.
those pong bits that are bouncing towards it, because that stuff will happen if they reach the core. Oh, wait.
The discharge.
Oh, no! A mystery tumor has appeared within the afflicted area.
Oh, shit. And much like with the Salvatore babies in the first game, I much want to give priority to taking care of the small things over the big one. So that you don't run out of a laser, because the small things can screw you over quickly, as opposed to the old one. Oh boy.
The eye split up.
Yep, it splits into two. Oh shit, oh the laser's gone. There we go.
Patient's vitals suddenly dropped.
Well, I didn't think I was gonna reach it, but...
We have an analysis report from the lab. The material being discharged from the ends are nutrients. If these nutrients reach the core, it will activate and cause severe damage to the nervous system.
Guess we needed to let that happen to hear that, though.
We have to eliminate the
I
cause.
don't know world just happened. The patient's
I
vitals
saw
have
that.
dropped significantly.
The core's activation caused the tumor to burst.
Oh yeah, the tumor's burst.
It's wreaking havoc on the patient's vitals. Concentrate on treating the tumors first.
Shoot.
The core's been incinerated.
Alright, one's gone.
Now, for the next one.
So how about that other one, though? I'll get run out of laser first.
The second core has been incinerated.
There we go. Now, big explosion, and...
Awesome. Marvelous. Fantastic. Team Caduceus has successfully driven out the unknown pathogen.
And suddenly everything just goes away like that. Oh, that went well.
It's...
Wow, we must have put on one hell of a show.
I'm glad we were able to save this person.
Please put your hands together for the heroes who saved another precious life on Miracle Surgery.
Somehow managed to get all the bonuses despite a couple of screw-ups. But didn't get an S-rank though.
It's a miracle, folks! We've just witnessed a true miracle! 2 new stars have been born right before our very...
Give me that mic.
Well.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you saw today is a new intractable disease known as stigma. It's a serious disease that's still a mystery to us. But Caduceus has been researching potential countermeasures. And because of that, we were able to save this patient's life. That's part of our mission at Caduceus. I think it's important for the public to understand what our organization is all about. I believe that those of us in the medical field have 2 major responsibilities. One is to help patients with existing conditions. The other is to arm ourselves against new diseases that may arise. So in other words, Caduceus is fighting for all of our futures.
Valerie, why don't you start wrapping it up?
Every doctor is a part of this fight, so please, consult your local physician if you experience any unusual symptoms. And if necessary, feel free to contact us as well. That's all I have to say. We at Caduceus hope to continue serving you. Oh, and by the way, this will be the last episode of Miracle Surgery. Good night.
I guess. Oh goodness. Well, apparently that's the end of the chapter, fittingly enough, I suppose. And it's time for some more.
This is Mr. Nilsson, the president of Humani.
Some more jump-started plot, I suppose.
Nice to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine.
I saw you on Miracle Surgery. The two of you are quite talented. As a leader in the field of medicine, I was deeply moved by your speech.
You're giving us more credit than we deserve. We couldn't have done it without Cynthia and Isabella's help.
No, don't be silly. It is we who are indebted to you. Because of your television appearance, our products have gained greater exposure.
I think this is Yuri Lowenthal.
So, are you here to show us your latest product?
No, nothing of the sort. I stopped by simply to express my gratitude. Are there any hockey fans in the room? How do box seats sound?
I know he voices at least one character in this game. I'm not sure about this guy though. Let me just check that real quick actually. This guy is... Nope, never mind. This guy is called Derek Stephen Prince. And apparently he also does anime stuff and video games and live action. Apparently he was in some Power Rangers series. Apparently he voiced a character in a Neptunia game, CFW Trick. And Vexen in the Kingdom Hearts games. Sure, the ones that stand out kind of. Oh well. From the few I can see right now, but...
We have to get back on the offensive! We can't let them dominate the park! Being from Alaska, you must be a Poohcox fan, huh, Dr. Vaughn?
Actually, I was only there for a brief stint, so...
Care for some crab cakes? They're a specialty here.
I'll pass. Thanks, though.
Valerie, Elena, how about you two?
Sure, I'll try one. Thanks.
Oh, they look delicious. Thank you.
I heard you all worked for Concordia in LA before you came here. You must be worried about Professor Wilkins.
We were transferred to Caduceus because of that incident. Unfortunately, he's still missing.
Has there been any progress in the investigation?
They believe the professor's disappearance is related to Stigma.
That letter we received was pretty creepy. Who was it from? The FBI is trying to find out, but so far no clues.
He taunted us with his pathetic drivel. Even a chimpanzee could write a better letter.
A chimpanzee, huh? That's rather harsh. Oh, no! Not another offsides! Cynthia, please do whatever you can to assist our associates with their Stigma research.
Yes, sir.
Ouch! That was brutal. Did you see that? He hit him so hard his stick broke! Who was that? It wasn't the hammer, was it?
Sounds like he's groaning.
Yeah, looks like he hurt his elbow.
I can't just sit here. I have to do something. Dr. Vaughn, Dr. Blaylock, would you come with me, please?
Where are we going?
The promoter is a friend of mine. I'd like to introduce you to him. He'd be thrilled to meet two of our country's finest doctors.
Oh boy. Thor Gunders. I think that name's supposed to be a reference to something, actually. Apparently there was a character called Thor Gundersen in a series called Helen Wheels. Oh well.
Our patient, Mr. Gunderson, seems quite agitated. He said that he'll let us decide whether to use a general or a local anesthetic.
I wonder if our anesthetic will even affect him if he's that worked up.
Perhaps you could try using this. It's a powerful new anesthetic our company developed.
Oh boy.
It has a much smaller risk of side effects and allergic reactions than others currently on the market.
Is this anesthesia still being tested?
Good heavens, no. It's already been approved. It just hasn't been used much yet, so it's not very well known. I'd be thankful if it attracted some attention after being used on a sports celebrity like this.
Well then, we'll try out the anesthetic from your company. About the patient. His elbow ligament is torn, and a fragment of a hockey stick is lodged in his biceps brachii.
It's a wonder that he doesn't seem to be in much pain with a wound like that.
The objectives in this operation are to reconnect the ligaments and remove the fragment.
All right.
I'm counting on you all.
Here we go.
Begin the operation.
Time to fix some ligaments.
Let's begin the procedure. The anesthesia seems to be working well. Please begin by treating the external wounds.
All external wounds have been treated. Next, we need to make an incision and treat the torn ligaments in his elbow.
So apparently the way this is gonna
The
work
ligament's
is...
completely torn.
Oh shit, apparently there's something else lodged in there.
That stick fragment's embedded pretty deep.
A stick fragment.
It's completely penetrated the muscle, so we need to extract it carefully.
In order to treat the ligament, we will first connect the torn ligaments with the forceps and then suture them together.
We're doing that first, I guess.
Keep that in mind during the operation. All right, please continue with the operation.
No, we can do
Pull it
this.
out and place it at the stick fragment.
Huh?
Oh shit.
What's going on?
What would cause this?
The ligaments need to be connected. I don't know. There wasn't anything in his charts that would have suggested this, but we don't have a choice. We have to continue. Just be careful. We
Well,
have
that wasn't
to wait for the
expected.
muscle to stop convulsing before we can proceed. You've connected
So
the
we
doctor.
join the
You're
ligaments.
doing great.
And
You've
hurry up,
let's wait until
because...
this ligament has been treated. But we can't continue the treatment while the muscle's convulsing. So temporarily halt the procedure if you notice any spasms.
I guess that worked. Oh. For fuck's sake. All the spasms are happening and they're much like heart fibrillation. And we're supposed to be able to suture the ligaments together, but I don't know why it's
Those
not happening.
convulsions were really strong. Temporarily halt the procedure if you notice any more muscle spasms. 2 ligaments
never
have been
mind.
sutured. We're almost done.
Oh, Jesus, I don't know how to tell if they're connected or not. Is that good enough? No, I guess not. Oh, Jesus. Well, can't really do anything right now. I guess we'll take care of these other ones. Or try to.
The ligaments
There we
have
go.
been connected. The stick fragment has been removed. And the wound it created has been treated. It seems the patient's convulsions have subsided. So let's try to finish up here.
It seemed like they were still
Okay, let's close them up.
manipulable after they appeared connected though. So I don't know what was up with that. But yeah, this basically would be pretty
I'll
simple
let you
after
know
those
about the muscle
convulsions.
spasms that occurred during the operation. And we should receive a more detailed report from the lab in the next few days.
Could the convulsions have been caused by the new anesthetic?
I don't know.
We can't rule out anything at this point.
Well, we're finished here. Nice job.
And of course we didn't get any bonuses from that. That muscle spasm
It'll take
fest.
about 6 months for you to fully recover. Your elbow was in pretty bad shape. I'm sure you'll heal fast, though, Mr. Thor the Hammer Gunderson.
Ugh, 6 months? I'll miss the rest of the season.
That hair.
Are you experiencing any discomfort? Do you have any numbness from the anesthesia?
Well, my elbow's all jacked up, but other than that, I feel great.
You feel great.
Yeah, I beat the snot out of Woodman in my dreams. Wait till I get my hands on him for real. He's gonna be DOA.
We should report this to President Nilsson. He should know that there's a high probability the new anesthesia may not work if the patient's excited.
I guess that's what we draw from that. But apparently misfortune's about to strike. I wonder how that's gonna work. Actually, I thought some stuff was gonna happen in this chapter that hasn't happened yet. I guess it's
After
gonna be
careful analysis,
the next one.
we have discovered 2 unique characteristics of stigma. First, its genetic information is stored in a film-like architecture. That alone differentiates it from organisms such as ourselves, whose genetic code is stored in chains.
So it's like a 2-dimensional barcode then? As opposed to a regular barcode, which only stores information linearly?
The other unique characteristic is that it requires a special type of metal for growth. It only requires a minuscule amount, but without it, Stigma cannot survive. I wish I could say the discovery was mine, but it's Cynthia who deserves the credit. It was her keen insight that led to the breakthrough.
And exactly what type of metal are you referring to?
Oh, I beg your pardon. It's a rare alloy known as collurium. It has attracted considerable attention as of late.
That explains it.
Explains what, Marcus?
Oh, nothing. I was just surprised to hear that, that's all.
Collurium is used in various fields, but primarily the medical industry. Although it's only been in use for 10 years, there are already numerous applications. Electrodes, as an ingredient in medicine, the synthetic heme for artificial blood. It's used in cutting-edge medical technology, to be certain.
A lot of artificial stuff, which also matches the stuff that the people with Stigma were using.
I can't believe Kanae is missing an important conference like this. If it was me who wasn't here, I'd never hear the end of it.
Oh, I'm being paged. If you'll excuse me, ma'am. Let's go, Val.
I'll fill you in later on anything important you miss.
What's the situation, Elena?
There's been an accident. I think one of the patients is Dr. Tsuji.
What? Kanae?
One of the 2 patients being transferred here is in serious condition.
Oh boy.
He sustained multiple injuries and will probably require an emergency operation.
I'm sorry. I can't believe my stupid cousin.
It's all right, Kanae. Just take it easy. Seems like you may have sprained your neck. Let's have Dr. Everett take a look.
I'm sorry, Marcus. I should be the one operating on my cousin.
What are you talking about? Look at the condition you're in.
I said some harsh things to Koshiro this morning, so he must have been distracted, and it's all my fault.
Don't worry, your cousin will be fine. It's unlike you to fall apart at the seams.
Yeah, you're right. Marcus, Valerie, take good care of Koshiro for me, all right?
It's alright.
The patient is a 31-year-old Asian male who was injured in a car accident.
I think you're actually gonna have to operate on this guy twice, from what I
He
remember.
sustained several internal injuries, including a burst liver, and we suspect he has a massive amount of internal bleeding.
We won't know for sure until we take a look inside. But depending on the patient's condition, we may need to focus on keeping his vitals up first.
I agree. We should treat the area and stop the hemorrhaging. Then we can wait and see what happens.
The objective of this operation is to treat the damaged liver. Let's do our best.
It's alright, I guess we're doing our best.
Okay, let's get started.
Let's begin the procedure. As I explained
Massively
before,
hemorrhaging
we
liver.
expect there to be large amounts of hemorrhaging inside his body cavity. Be aware of the patient's vitals at all times during the operation.
Tell you could have helped me out with that.
Please open him up.
Set up a drip of this stuff to him and make my life easier, but...
As we expected, the hemorrhaging is quite severe. First, let's drain this blood and assess the situation. The patient's
Or
undergoing
not.
cardiac arrest. Already the defibrillator.
Need to electrocute the liver a couple of times. There we go.
But in this condition, he won't last very long if we continue.
You're right. We should wait until he's recovered a bit before we begin the main procedure. Let's treat the bleeding and the less severe injuries to control the damage. We'll also seal the injuries to the liver with synthetic membranes to keep it from getting worse.
Okay, begin by draining the blood.
Right, here we go.
There's this much hemorrhaging. Let's get the less severe injuries on. There's an
I'm switching with the
let's
small
seal it
stuff,
by
yes, I
applying
know.
synthetic membranes over it while draining the blood. His heart is fibrillating.
Okay, I can't really do that much at once because of the fibrillations.
Use the defibrillator to resuscitate him. We have a pulse. Please keep it. We have to keep an eye on his vitals while we're done treating the lesser injuries.
Right, here we go.
Slowly
Gotta put
sealing
a
it will
lot
reduce the. You're halfway done.
of
Looks like we need
these
to drain.
things
EKG is showing an irregularity. Monitor
down
his
at
pulse.
once. But it's about to
Luckily,
fibrillate.
the
Alright.
heart didn't begin fibrillation. Please pay close attention
Shit,
to the
shit,
EKG.
shit. It's throwing off my timing. I'm doing everything I do.
We're all defibrillating.
Damn it.
I'll prepare the
So close
defibrillator.
yet so far.
He's undergoing cardiac arrest. Use the defibrillator.
Damn it.
We have a pulse.
Oh, there we go.
It's hemorrhaging
At
again.
least it doesn't continue to bleed out throughout that. Shit. Please. Well, I can't do anything with this until
Please discontinue
all
the
them are
procedure
down,
until it's
because that's
stopped.
how it works, I guess.
If we seal it with a membrane, we can reduce the bleeding.
Okay, well, I can't seal anything until all of these are in place,
The
yes.
injury has been completely sealed
Thank you
by
for not
synthetic
talking over that.
membranes. Close him up for now. We'll treat the rest of his injuries at another time.
So I guess it's actually a bit more annoying than the one where you have to replace a skin graft. Because of how fast everything happens and how constantly you're interrupted.
Please close him up.
At least the other one doesn't have fibrillations, meaning you can time your stuff a lot better.
Let's wait for the patient's condition to improve before we continue treating him. Great work, everyone.
Seemed that could have gone better, but it didn't, so...
There was severe bleeding, so we had to pack the liver.
It's possible he'll need another operation. We'll have to monitor his progress.
I'm pretty sure we said that it was definitively gonna happen, but...
It was fortunate that Kanae didn't sustain any serious injuries. From what Justin told me, it won't be long before she can return to work.
I hope she isn't straining herself.
And also, I received a call from the FBI regarding Professor Wilkins' case.
Any leads?
These arrows said sharp.
They want to run background checks on all the professor's personal and professional contacts.
One moment. I need to look into a thing real quick.
They must be feeling the heat now that the public knows about stigma.
I don't know if that'll work, but...
I'm concerned, though, about how the kidnappers may react. Well, hopefully they'll be behind bars soon.
Yeah, well, we're kind of overdue on being able to meet the kidnappers. Is this where it's gonna happen? Maybe. I thought it started at the... I thought... what I think is about to happen happened at the start of the episode, but I guess not.
I read Cynthia's report, and needless to say, I was shocked by what she's discovered. Colorium is the cause of stigma?
It's a factor, sir, not the cause.
Try telling that to our customers. All they care about is whether or not it's a health risk. Many of our products use colorium. Without it, our subsidiary, Columba and Cornix, would be out of business. This kind of information could destroy our reputation.
Hold on, just calm down.
The problem here is not colorium, nor is it stigma, since it's actually not very contagious. It's those who are using stigma as a biological weapon that we should be worried about. We must educate the public to avoid a panic.
Yes, I see your point. But we have no idea who's behind all this. Anyway, I'll immediately allocate more resources to stigma research. Humani's reputation must be maintained.
His vitals are stable, but the test results don't look good. The blood gas analysis shows negative base excess. The ALT and AST values are high too.
Just as I thought. A follow-up operation is required.
You're gonna cut open my stomach again?
We weren't able to remove all of the damage to your liver. It would be dangerous to leave it.
Doctor, I'm used to dying on screen, but I'm not ready to die for real.
That's right. Kanae told us how you learned karate and became an actor.
So far, I've only gotten in supporting roles, but still, it's taken a lot of hard work.
I'm sure it has. Karate's more than just kicks and punches, right?
Yeah, it requires mental discipline too.
Then show me some of that mental discipline during the operation, okay? If a patient maintains a strong will, then his body will respond likewise. The rest is up to us. Trust me, you'll be back on the set in no time, ready to be a leading man.
I'll do my best.
So yeah, it's time to cut open this guy again.
The patient's condition has worsened. We need to figure out why.
Apparently he's not done
You're
yet.
right. Kanae must be so worried. Let's get him stabilized.
We are going to be operating on the same area we did last time. We need to review our treatment of his injuries from the last operation and find out what's wrong now. We'll determine how to proceed further during the operation itself. Now let's all do our best.
Alright. Can't remember who I played as before. I think it was him.
Let's begin the operation.
Probably screwed it up at least once already, so...
Let's find out why the patient's condition has deteriorated. Please disinfect
I wonder if
the
it's a
area
giant
and open him
gaping
up.
gash in his liver. I wonder if that had something to do with that. Well, oh goodness.
This can't be.
Looks like that thing is back.
All the synthetic membranes we applied to seal the wound are gone.
Let's drain the blood.
Draining the blood. An internal
Oh,
hemorrhage.
look at all this stuff. That's not fun.
Get sutured before there's so much hemorrhaging. There may be other internal hemorrhages nearby as well.
Oh fuck, it's still fibrillating too. That's nice. Well, we can't do anything now. Yep. There we go. Well, let's hope that's the last of it. The internal hemorrhaging. And that having dealt with that makes the rest of this easier. Alright, let's give this a try. All at once. Oh, for fuck's sake, really?
The area's hemorrhaging.
That's the first one. Please make sure we're halfway done. This is the lack of hemorrhaging. Please
Yes, I know, I'm
disinfect
trying to.
membranes
Alright,
have been
thank you.
fixed. We'll save the main treatment for another day and close them up for now.
That's exactly what you said last time. I guess we did do an extra step this time, though. Still, though, that's kind of a... dangerous thing
Please
to
close him up.
start going down the path of a loop. So that's second.
Good work. We were able to determine the reason for his poor condition without complications.
Second giant liver gas
But we'll
operation.
have to wait
dealt
for
with.
him to get stronger before we can perform the rest of the treatment.
Guess that did go better this time, though, at least. But not enough for an S rank.
Are you sure this is the right way, Dr. Vaughn?
And now, apparently they went home through the stone-paved streets of Maryland, I guess.
Hold on. We just turned onto 7th, so...
At night.
Yeah, this is right. I think.
You have all the coronary arteries memorized, but you can't remember simple directions. It's nice of Kanai to treat us to dinner, but I wonder if we'll make it in time.
Well, I doubt we'll get another offer like this from her again. Dr. Vaughn, it seems kind of dark this way. This can't be right.
Yeah. I'll turn right at the next intersection. That should take us to...
You three, don't make a sound.
Oh boy, it's Andromeda 86.
If you want to live, then do as I say. Now, get inside that car.
We'll give you all our money if you just let us go.
Sorry, but it ain't your wallets we're after. Now hurry up and get in!
No! Someone help! Please!
Elena! Didn't I tell you to be quiet? What did you just do? These days, anesthesia can be administered via pen injectors. Pretty handy, wouldn't you say? What do you want from us? Let's save that for later, shall we? Sweet dreams.
Dr. Vaughn! Marcus!
So I guess in my case it'd be more or less this is why I carry guns, and more this is why I don't walk on lonely streets at night where there's no one around and no one to witness something like this happening and not look the way I do, which is apparently the way I look when I go out is people are afraid that I'm the one who's gonna mug them, so that probably helps.
Where am I?
Are you all right, Marcus?
So it's time for
Dr. Vaughn!
kidnapping action.
Val, Elena. That's right, we've been kidnapped. Are you two okay?
Well, they haven't treated us too badly.
Yeah, but take a look around.
An operating table. I can guess why we were brought here. But are they gonna keep us locked up in this room?
So nap time's over, huh?
That's Yuri Lowenthal.
What? Too ugly to show your face?
Who are you? What do you want?
You're in no position to be asking questions.
I don't know what's going on with that yellow hair of his, but...
Just keep quiet and do whatever operations we need.
But apparently that's part of the mask, I don't know. He's not the only one like that.
That's why you have us locked in this room?
There's only one thing you need to know. You belong to Kidman now. And you're gonna help us research Stigma, like it or not.
Nice little business you got here.
So you're the ones who are responsible for Stigma?
Your first patient is ready. Treat her.
We aren't your slaves.
And what if I refuse?
If you want to ignore the patient, then go right ahead. You'll only be hurting yourselves. You see, every time you fail an operation, your food rations will be reduced. And if you make the boss angry, well then, your worries will soon be over. Make your decision. I'll be back shortly.
Well, alright.
So, we're gonna play along, right?
Let's just think about the patient for now.
I think that's the only thing we can do.
I don't suppose we should hope for a miraculous rescue, huh? Should we start digging our way out, then? Hey, Marcus, do you think they're the ones who kidnapped Professor Wilkins?
In all likelihood, yes. How else could they know so much?
Then, is the professor...
I hope he's all right.
Here are your scrubs. Hurry up and change.
You again.
Hey, don't get any ideas, or I'll let my buddies in here to play with you.
Why are you doing this?
Wouldn't you like to know? But I should thank you. Because of you, I can buy myself a new car.
I hope you drive yourself off a cliff.
Well, alright.
This Stigma is called Onyx, the claw that tears its prey. It's living quietly in the host's pancreas, and it's about to reach maturity.
Hang in there. We'll save you.
You expect us to operate without proper sterilization?
Just do it.
Marcus.
We've got no choice. If it becomes infected, we'll deal with it later.
Well, the word Onyx. If you look at the theme naming, you notice these are all Greek words. Like in the first game, there were the days of the week. And now they're body parts.
I can't believe this.
Neither can I. But we have to focus on treating the patient. Now, what does the chart say?
Let's see. The affected area is the pancreas, and the stigma is called Onyx. Inflammation markers fluctuate over time. The numbers vary wildly beyond normal ranges.
This is ridiculous. That data doesn't provide any help at all.
But if it's accurate, then the stigma's appearing and disappearing over time.
Pretty sure the Pokemon Onyx is written with an I instead of a Y.
This data is too unreliable to determine a treatment plan from it.
Oh, I almost forgot. Use this serum.
Oh boy.
What do we need a serum for?
For this operation. Just use it like you're told.
So then, this strain of Stigma has to be treated with a particular serum.
That's good to know. At least we won't be entering this operation completely blind.
So we're doing this.
The claw, huh? Let's begin.
Time to figure out what the new stigma is gonna be.
This is hardly the ideal location, but we have no choice.
An unknown pathogen and a mystery medication. Nothing's normal about this situation.
We need to get a look inside her first. Let's see what this claw they keep boasting about is.
Well, we will definitely see that.
We can't confirm anything that appears to be a stigma-like pathogen.
It's highly possible that it's hiding somewhere nearby.
Yep, there
Let's
it
use
is.
the ultrasound to find it.
So this is Onyx. Inject it with a serum.
It's kind of a funky appearance, but the way it operates is you need to find
Onyx has gone
it.
into hiding again. Track it down with the ultrasound.
And it's not always that easy. It's gonna be somewhere inside the organ. We're really zoomed in. Oop. drops, and we inject it with the serum. But then it starts to
It's hiding again.
this
There are
stuff.
multiple reactions on the ultrasound?
Yep.
What's going on?
And the way you know which the real one is because it has 4 eyes instead of 3.
Confuse us.
We'll find it, no matter how many
You can
times it
actually
tries
see
to
what
hide.
direction it goes in, I think. There it is. If you pay attention when it splits up like that.
Don't be fooled by the fakes.
Let's finish this thing off.
Oh boy. Well, it's not in this direction. And if you wait too long to find it, then it splits out the organ like that, yeah.
Suture them.
Well, I would like to hit this thing too, but apparently I can't. Oh boy. Well, let's look into hiding. Maybe this time I'll actually find it. Maybe I won't.
The copies are shaped a little differently.
Yes,
Make
I
sure it's the
noticed
right
that.
one before cutting it.
I would, but to actually find it, you see. Okay, set it against review. So we take this opportunity now to heal back up. Okay, now where did it go? There it is.
How's that?
So that went
Onyx
simply
has
enough.
disappeared. We did it. There are no remaining wounds. Let's close her up.
With a couple complications, but
Let's
could
hurry up and finish this operation.
be worse.
I hate being their accomplice, but at least it's over.
It's not the worst thing that I can do either, though.
We saved the patient. Let's just leave it at that.
Yes, I'm glad we got through that. Great work.
It's not like there's much they could have done with it right now. Apparently it attacked like less than 2 times. I don't know, I thought it attacked 2 times.
They
Oh, wait, that
expect
was,
us to sleep in here? You must be joking.
that was less or equal to 2 times. I misread
Well,
that.
they won't break us, no matter how hard they try.
I know it won't be easy, but let's try to keep our cool. This may not be the Ritz, but we should try to get some rest.
Yeah, you're right.
Good night, Dr. Vaughn. Dr. Blaylock.
Good night, Elena.
So the
So,
operation
yeah.
was a slam dunk, huh? Excellent.
We're not quite done yet.
Looks like they've earned their keep. So, when will the next patient be ready?
We estimate that the patient will begin exhibiting symptoms in approximately 1 week.
Oh boy.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. That's something I've heard a lot of times.
They've ignored us for 3 days now. What's going on?
We have no reason to believe that a rescue team is on its way, and there's been no talk of a ransom.
So we met one of them.
I hate to say this, but the situation looks grim.
Then, should we start planning an escape?
We could use our scalpels as weapons, but
Yeah, that'll work.
the risk is too high. I don't think we should.
That'll work against the guys with guns.
It's better to wait a
Presumably.
little while longer and see what their next move is.
Was that a gunshot? I'm scared.
Well, scratch that, presumably.
Scrap the scalpel idea. Let's use anesthesia to knock him out.
But first, we need the key to this room.
Get in
How
there.
they get the anesthesia to them, though? So that guy,
What's going on here?
he's kind of host.
Save him or let him die. I don't care either way. He's nothing but a traitor to us.
This is a shotgun wound.
Please, help me.
Oh, that guy's been shot with a shotgun.
Serves you right, pal. See what a mess you got yourself into?
I did what I was hired to do, so I thought I'd split.
What a fool. You know the rules.
He's bleeding profusely. He needs a transfusion.
We need blood. Artificial is fine.
So you're gonna operate on him? You must be crazy. I'll get you the blood, but you'll owe me.
So yeah, we're gonna operate on this guy, Jean-Paul Massey.
He's coughing up blood and suffering from dyspnea. It's likely there's a pellet in his lungs.
We're in a race against time.
Wait a second. We don't have any stabilizer.
Nope.
What?
All we have left is a small amount of antibiotic gel.
No, We can't perform an operation like this.
We don't have a choice. He won't survive unless we operate now.
Yes, as long as we still call ourselves doctors. We can't just leave him to die.
Understood. Then please, treat the external wounds and extract the shotgun pellet lodged inside his body. There isn't any stabilizer, so please be careful of the patient's vitals during the operation.
So yeah, we can't heal, really, during this operation.
Beginning the operation.
So that'll be fun.
From looking at the gunshot wounds, the patient was shot in the chest, specifically in the right lung. All we have is what's left of the antibiotic gel. Please try to conserve it.
But we need the gel to treat the gunshot wounds. What'll we do if we run out?
If worse comes to worse, we'll just have to suture them. It'll drop his vitals, but we have no choice.
Understood. There's the pellet. Apply a synthetic All right, the shotgun pellet has been removed. It's hemorrhaging.
So yeah, we need
Drain the blood.
membranes and the gel for this.
Antibiotic.
It's been properly placed.
So hopefully we won't run out of the gel while we're trying to do this.
After draining the blood, you have to perform the next part of the treatment before it bleeds. We've gone through a little the external wounds.
There we go.
Let's continue on to extracting the pellets from
And of
inside
course
the
we're
right
not done
lung.
either. We
Please
need to
open
check
them up.
inside as well.
It's hemorrhaging severely. The patient won't last long at this rate.
We'll just have to be quick.
There's the pellet. The pellet seems to be
So
lodged
over.
in. Now
And
drain the blood.
perfect, it's lodged
The
in.
shotgun pellet has been removed. Apply a synthetic membrane.
So we need to cut
the
as well.
membrane with antibiotic gel. We
I
need
think
to
we only
conserve
need one more
how
round
much
of
we
it.
use.
So if we hurry up and do this, there we go.
We've extracted the pellets and treated the gunshot wounds. Let's close him up.
So we pretty much have to do this quickly and without wasting.
We have no way of recovering his
antibiotic
vitals
gel.
like this. Please close him up carefully. And don't let your guard down until you're finished.
And thank goodness we have enough for this though.
We're almost
Well,
Oh, that's it.
We've run out of the antibiotic gel.
We finished it. Somehow.
I've come to realize just how valuable the stabilizer is.
That was an operation that only the two of you could have performed. Great work, doctors.
There was one more thing I didn't get.
Nice work, Doc. The boss has decided to let him live. For now. Besides, we can always use his organs later if needed.
Who is this boss of yours?
His organs, well.
He's got connections, it seems.
Well, maybe you'll have a chance to meet him.
Not yet though, apparently. First we gotta deal with mutation.
Hey, get up.
Another day in paradise. I'd like to get some sun soon.
So, doctors, how are you doing?
Couldn't be better, thanks.
I'm not trying to make small talk, it's a serious question.
What?
Let me see your eyes. All right, these three are clean.
What have you got in store for us now?
Oh, nothing special. Just another operation. Stigma again.
Found yourself a new lab rat, huh?
Hardly. You can blame Mother Nature for this one.
Well.
Is that what you tell yourself?
Hey, we didn't plan this one. He was infected by the other patient.
What?
That's impossible. Stigma can't be contracted that way.
Like I said before, I'm not here to answer questions, but the boss and the director will be observing the operation. So make sure you don't disappoint them.
Doctor!
It seems Stigma's more dangerous than we thought.
So there's a boss and a director.
This way, boss.
And here they come.
Hey, you look just like you did on TV. What's up, Doc? The name's Kidman. I run the show around here.
You're in charge here?
Are either of you doctors?
Tell that guy's not saying anything.
This patient's got the Onyx strand. You know the drill, right? Don't fail me if you want to live.
Is this how you get your kicks?
Don't get cocky, Doc. This isn't a game. It's business.
Business? And what, pray tell, are you selling?
Weapons are worth a fortune on the black market. Well, you wouldn't know about that, would you, Doc? Stigma is one deadly weapon. especially to the medical industry. So the best market for it is a war zone. Stigma would be the ultimate weapon there. It still needs some fine-tuning, though.
It's a clever plan, in theory, but there's no way it'll work.
Oh, yes it will. 'Cause I have you guys to help me. Leland, bring in the patient. How about you, Director? Would you like to stay and watch?
That won't be necessary. With the skills they've demonstrated, there should be no problem. And the chance of tertiary infection is theoretically zero.
Though it's already happened, though, based on what they said.
You're the creator of Stigma? Professor Wilkins?
Well.
All right, Leland. Let's get this show on the road.
Well, apparently Onyx is back.
This still doesn't make any sense. What's with these readings?
However, the variations are definitely greater than they were before.
A secondary infection. That means Stigma has changed again.
We're reenacting that TV show right here. Good luck to you, huh, Doc? Watch out for Onyx. Its claws are sharp.
I've had enough of your mouth.
Just ignore him, Val.
So let's take care of this.
I'll save him, no matter what kind of stigma he has.
It's a new type of Onyx. We don't know what will happen. Be careful.
Well, I do, but it would be pretty annoying if I didn't.
The Onyx is hiding somewhere. Use the ultrasound to find its shadow.
Oh boy, well, we better hurry up with this. Where the fuck is it?
The Onyx is
there it is.
attacking. Don't forget to suture the lacerations it's made.
Oh, it's going over there, apparently. Come on. There you go.
It's exposed. Inject it with the serum is still effective. The Onyx has gone into hiding. Its movement patterns haven't changed.
Oh, it's still doing the same thing so far. But that won't stay
We can
the
expect
case
it
for
to
very
start
long.
making fake copies of itself. Look carefully and find the real one.
So far, it's stuff we've already
It's going
seen.
into hiding. Find it.
It's going in this direction, I think. Yep.
It should only take a little more. Hang in there, Doctor. What the?
But no, it does
Why
this.
are these blood vessels showing up on the ultrasound?
Did it inject toxins into the bloodstream? The ultrasound is useless if it's like this.
Are you saying this is some form of self-defense against us? I can't believe it.
The main body must be somewhere. Find it and remove it with a scalpel.
Yep, so one of these things should be the main body. There it is. I think it's a little bit more visible too if you look closely. Actually see the rest of it and not just the eyes.
No matter what it tries, we're going to find it and cut it out.
Yep. At least you can actually see all the locations without having to pass the ultrasound over everything
Please
this way.
let this be it.
I think the vitals actually keep going down
Yes,
when that's going
the
on. I
Onyx is
didn't really
gone.
see that before.
There are no remaining wounds either. Let's close them up. Please suture the incision.
Well, first let me get this back up. So your window of opportunity kind of gets a lot smaller in there.
It was completely different from the other Onyx.
If something like this were to be used as a weapon,
We need to get back to Caduceus and tell them about this.
Well, I don't know how you're gonna do that right now, but...
What now, boss?
I'll give them a choice, but I doubt they'll join up voluntarily.
The three of them are all quite firm.
Maybe if they could... Nah. Only the head honcho would be able to perform such an operation.
Apparently there's someone else that's even higher ranking than him, though.
If they're not willing to cooperate, then we'll wash our hands of them.
And well... Actually, wait a minute. I need to... change some stuff for this, I think. Oh, yeah. Make sure that both directions are set 65. Yes, they already are. Okay, good. So let's see what the end game is.
Now wasn't that fun, Doc?
Isn't your director here today?
Why? Are you worried about him? He was satisfied with the results of the operation, so he returned to the lab. He said no further operations will be necessary.
Then I guess you don't need us anymore, huh?
Yes. And no. We just need to decide what to do with you.
What do you mean?
There won't be any more life-saving operations for the time being. But there are some experiments I'd like you to perform on human subjects. I'm curious to see if I can get you to drop the Goody Two-Shoes act. Will you wield your scalpel in the name of science? What do you say?
I'd rather die.
I'm a doctor. Find someone else to do your dirty work.
Oh, come on. Is that the best you can do? Well, let's see how long your bravado lasts. Leland, I'll be taking them to their new cell tomorrow. Have it ready.
Got it, boss.
I'll show you what a mistake it is to let your conscience rule.
Val, Elena.
Yes?
Oh boy, time for some sincerity.
There's something I need to tell you.
Okay.
Is it about the choice they gave us?
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's more of a confession. Back when I was helping the professor with his research, I made a number of genetically engineered mice for use in experiments. There was something different about one of them. It looked just like the others, but it held a terrible secret inside.
You don't mean...
It happened while I was operating on the subject's kidney. I was excising a tumor. That's when it came into contact with artificial blood and started growing at a frightening pace. That was the birth of Stigma.
Marcus, I can't believe this.
I disposed of the subject and proposed that we put a halt to the research, unleashing a new pathogen into the world in order to study its treatment. I argued that that was the wrong way to perform research, but the professor wouldn't listen. That's why I volunteered to go to Alaska, when I should have just quit. I had no idea you'd follow me there and get dragged into this mess.
I was desperate to study your techniques, but I never imagined that that's why you were there.
You realize that I may personally be responsible for the advent of Stigma? If it wasn't for me, none of this would have happened, and you two wouldn't be in this position. But I want you to know, as a doctor, I've always held the highest regard for human life.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Marcus. There are still many things we don't know about Stigma. We need your help to unlock those secrets.
Just so you know, Dr. Vaughn, I'll always be there to assist you no matter what.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
All right, remove their blindfolds.
Oh, that could have gone worse. So now we're here.
Water torture is our specialty. Let me tell you, it's a sight to see. Watching our adversaries scream as they get swallowed up by the cold, dark water.
You think you can force us to do your bidding?
Just holler if you change your mind, and I'll stop the water. But make no mistake, that'll be the last choice you ever make on your own.
Thanks, but I think I'll stick with the original choice. I'd rather die than work for a scumbag like you.
You've got spunk, Doc. I'll tell you what, I'll do you a favor. When I bury you, I'll put surgical instruments in your coffin. That way, they'll be able to identify the body.
Then I'll go ahead and lock him up, boss.
Hold on, Leland. Use this.
What kind of lock is this, boss?
I found it in a toy store. I have no other use for it, so why not give it a try?
Well, obviously.
We'll get a good laugh watching him try to unlock it.
So instead of a bomb, this time we get this.
How far are they planning on taking this nonsense?
He said he found this lock at a toy store.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing a commercial for this. Something about connect the 4 friends and release the lock.
Why is he using a toy? What the hell's wrong with this guy?
They must think we'll beg for mercy.
But if we can unlock this, then we'll have a chance to escape, won't we?
Yeah, but my bet is they don't think we can do it.
Well, I'm not gonna let some stupid toy be the thing that makes us drown in here.
That's the spirit. We can unlock it.
So yeah, we'll do this.
this puzzle to me.
Well, it's not quite Connect 4. It's all these spaces already filled.
The square
It's more
panels
like
can be rotated with the forceps.
it's more like Pipe Dream.
Turn the panels and make a path using the lines.
Hyperlock 3000.
You said something about